Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Sierra. Today's video is going to be a collaboration with Shein. They sent me some makeup products to test out and review for you guys. I'm going to be going over this eyeshadow palette right here, the Afterglow Palette. I'm going to do a tutorial for this look, and then I'm going to kind of go over all of the products that they sent me. I got a bunch of stuff. I got some eyeliner, some lipsticks, brow pencil, all sorts of good stuff. Oh, even a highlighter palette. But yeah, I'm going to go over all of that today. I'm going to do a tutorial quickly first, and then just let you know my final thoughts on the products. If you guys haven't seen my previous collaborations with them and you want to check out like my very first impressions on the Sheglam makeup collection, I'll make sure to put those videos up here if you want to check those out first. Gonna keep this intro short, so let's just jump into it. The first product I'm going to be using today is the Skinny Brow Pencil from Sheglam. Right now I'm using the pencil side to lightly fill in any light spots in my brows, and then I'm just going to flip it over and use the spoolie side to blend it out. This is the Afterglow Eyeshadow Palette from Sheglam. I'm also going to be using this fluffy brush from one of their brush sets. I'm just going to dip that into the shade Soft Glam and start blending it into my crease. I'm going to be using this blue shadow next called After Party. Using a small tapered blending brush, I'm lightly working that into my crease. I'm keeping the shade down pretty low though because I'm going to use another clean blending brush to blend it out and a little up. Using a clean blending brush, I'm blending out any harsh edges from the blue shadow, and while doing that, I'm lightly blending it upwards into Soft Glam and a little towards my brow bone. With that same shade, I'm now packing it onto the very outer corner of my eye. With the shade Truffle, I'm also going to pack that onto the outer corner of my eye. This time I'm bringing the shadow slightly closer towards the center of my eye, and I'm blending it out to make sure there are no harsh edges. I'm going to be using another little shadow brush from the Sheglam brush collection. The shadow I'll be using is this metallic shade right here called Glitz. I'm just packing that directly onto the center of my lid, but don't bring it over too far to the outer corner because we still want that brown to peek through. For my inner corner, I'm going to be using the shade called Luxe, and I'm just using the same shadow brush to pack it on. I'm going to bring that shade all the way to the inner corner of my eye and lightly blend it into Glitz so that they fuse together nicely. With the shade Rose Quartz, I'm going to directly pack that on top of Luxe. After looking at it for a couple minutes, I kind of felt that Luxe was just a little too dark green, so I started packing on Rose Quartz to try to lighten it up a little bit. For liner, I'm using the Sheglam Expert Dual Eyeliner. I'm going to use the felt tip end and my shadow shield as a guide to create a wing.
Sleeping late, and if I'm speaking honestly, my dreams are the only place. Thought of you can't bother me, and when I'm wide awake, it takes all of my air.
Flipping that liner over to the gel side, I'm now just running it across my top and bottom waterlines.
Waiting for the glass house to calm down.
Using that same shade that we used in our crease at the beginning of this look, I'm just taking that with a small blending brush and blending it out underneath my lower lash line. I'm going to be using another brush from the brush collection. This is technically a brow brush, but it'll do the trick. Anyways, with that brush, I'm tightly packing After Party onto my lower lash line. Also going back in with Rose Quartz one more time with a pencil brush and lightly dabbing that directly onto the inner corner. For lashes, I'm going to, of course, be using some Sheglam lashes. If you guys have seen my previous videos, you probably know by now how much I am obsessed with these things. For contour and highlight, I'm going to use the Copper 3D Pro Face Palette. Using the angled contour brush from the brush set, I'm just working that under my cheekbones and the top of my forehead. I did like this brush, but the bronzer from the palette was way more pigmented than I expected, so I ended up having to use another face brush to blend it out.
The glass house will come down, just waiting to hear that crashing.
Using another little fluffy brush from the brush collection, I'm now taking the golden shade from the highlight palette and applying that to the tops of my cheeks and a little on my nose. This is the Sheglam liquid lipstick in Sugar. It is a really pretty shade, but after applying it, I just felt like it was too dark for this look. So I ended up trying the lighter lipstick that I got. I'm showing this lip swatch just so you guys can see what the shade looks like. Since I felt like Sugar was too dark for this look, I decided to try the Stay Wild liquid lipstick in Naked. However, I was apparently feeling like Goldilocks up in here or something because I decided this one was too light for my skin tone. Again, it is a really pretty shade, but it just was a little too light for me. After trying both of the lipsticks though, I decided to just attempt to mix the two together and ended up really liking the shade that came out of it.
Oh, I don't wanna be false art. Make love like we deserve it. To cover up what's hurting. I don't wanna be false art.
Alright, that's it for the tutorial on how I got this look. The palette I used today is the Sheglam Afterglow Palette. This is a really pretty eyeshadow palette. It comes with 15 different shadows. If you guys have seen my previous videos, you've probably seen me use their 9-pan eyeshadow palettes like this one right here. This is the Blossom palette. It comes with 9 different eyeshadows, and this Afterglow palette is pretty much the exact same formula as this. As far as blendability and pigment goes, it's exactly the same. This one just comes with some extra shadows in it. So this would like be a 9-pan palette, and then it comes with 6 extra shadows. If you want to get the bigger palette, it's only $2 extra. So this one right here is going to be $8 for 15 shadows. I was actually a little bit worried to use this blue right here. I knew I wanted to use that in the look that I was going to do today, but I was a little worried that it was going to be maybe like patchy or just not have like good quality to it, but I was definitely wrong. I was blown away. This had a lot of pigment to it. It was really easy to blend, and I think it turned out really good in today's look. Another color that I really liked was this one right here. On the camera, it looks like it's green, but when you're looking at it in person, depending on the way that you kind of move the palette, it looks like almost pink. I did end up putting this shadow on top of it because it did look a little too green for what I was looking for. It was a little too dark and I kind of wanted to lighten it up, so that's why I used this metallic shade on top. I'm just so incredibly amazed with their eyeshadow palettes. I probably sound like a broken record saying that, but I really do love their eyeshadow palettes. They are so cheap, like at $6, $8 for what you get is really surprising, honestly. Normally if I'm buying that, like I'm not expecting the quality that I get from these palettes, so that's why I'm just so blown away every time that I use these. That's why I'm always excited to try more Sheglam products, because the products are really good for the price, and I know I keep saying that, but it's honestly true. I love a lot of their products. Everything that I've tried so far, I've been pretty impressed with, so that's why I like doing these videos and showing you guys. I know some of you have tried some stuff from my previous videos and you feel the same way, so if you do try any of their products, or you have tried any of their products from Sheglam, let me know down in the comments, because I'd love to hear your thoughts on what you tried and if you liked it or not. They sent me another eyeshadow palette. This is the Glitz Whiz palette. I didn't use it today, but I'll open it up and show you what it looks like inside. So here is the packaging, beautiful glittery, I cannot speak. This is what it looks like inside. It has a lot of beautiful fall colors. I love this olive shade right here. Lots of pretty colors inside. I can definitely create a lot of pretty looks with this. So maybe I will do another video here in the future using this palette. This one is a little bit more expensive than the other ones. Like I said, the 9-pan palettes, those are $6. The 15-pan palette that I just used today, that one is $8. But this one right here, I believe, is $13. So it is a little bit more expensive, but you are getting a lot more shadows. I can't say whether I like the quality or not because I haven't tried it yet, but if it's anything like any of the other eyeshadow palettes that I've used from Sheglam, it's definitely going to be pretty good. But yeah, this is a pretty palette and it'll be great for fall. I also tested out the Sheglam Skinny Eyebrow Pencil. So this is what the eyebrow pencil looks like, the packaging. It has the side where the actual eyebrow pencil is, and then it also has a spoolie on the opposite end. This was a really good eyebrow pencil. It reminds me of the Brow Whiz from Anastasia Beverly Hills. The quality is very easy to blend. It has good pigment. This shade worked pretty good with my eyebrow shade. I would probably get like a darker one. I don't know if they have any darker ones in this. I think they have like a full-on black. I normally use Ebony from Anastasia Beverly Hills. That's my shade. I would say this is more like dark brown by the ABH. I'll actually go ahead and just swatch this real quick and show you what this looks like compared to Ebony and show you just the difference. So here's the difference right here. You can see Ebony has more of a cool tone to it, while the shade Ash Brown from Sheglam has more of a warmer tone to it. If you are wanting more of a cool toned eyebrow pencil that's dark, I would probably go one shade up. But this eyebrow pencil is only $3. I'm gonna go ahead and show you how much product is inside of it. So here it is all rolled up to the top to show you how much product is in it. I even used a little bit of it already today. And then here is the Brow Whiz from ABH, and this is how much product is in their pencils. So as you can see, they come with the same amount of product inside. They're about the same size, and the Sheglam is only a fraction of the price. Now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love ABH brow products and their Brow Whiz, but if you're looking for a dupe, Sheglam is definitely the way to go because it's very creamy, it's very blendable, and it has a great pigment, and it's really just a fraction of the price at $3. Now, I have used these in my previous videos. I am obsessed with the Sheglam lashes. They are so good. They are like great quality, and you can get 3 of them for $3. The price actually range. Some of them are only $2.50 and you get 3. So overall, I love their lashes. I'm not going to go over them too much because I've raved about them a bunch in my previous videos. I don't know what the name of the ones I used today are. They don't really have like names in them, but I'll go ahead and link it down below just in case you're interested. I'll actually link down everything that I used today in case you are interested in purchasing anything. I also tried the Sheglam Expert Dual Eyeliner. This is a dual-ended eyeliner that comes with a liquid side and a gel side. The liquid side has a felt tip, and I know I've said this before in some of my previous videos, but I really do prefer eyeliner that has applicators like this with the felt tip or the like thin brush tip. I just feel like it's the easiest to use when trying to create a wing. The gel did glide on pretty good. It had a nice creamy texture to it. It did feel like it was maybe just a little bit harder to like rub it on my waterline than normal eye crayons that I've used before. But it wasn't like significant or anything. This is only $4 too, so you're getting a gel side and the liquid side for $4 buckaroos. I also used this Sheglam 3D Pro Face Palette. This is the face palette in the shade Copper. This one was probably a little too dark for my skin tone. I did get it because it came with this bronzer right here that I wanted to try. But once I got it in person, it just looked a little too dark for me. Overall, I mean, the product inside of it, the highlighters are really pretty and they are blinding, but I think it just didn't show up too much on my skin tone because it was too dark for me. They do have several different options that you can choose from. I think there's like 4 or 5 of them, and there are lighter tones, so this is, I believe, the darkest one that they have. So I got this lipstick right here from their Stay Wild collection. This is the Sheglam Stay Wild Nude Liquid Lipstick in the shade Naked. This was a really pretty color, but it was too light for my lips. If I just used it alone, it kind of washed out my lips and didn't look that good. The color is really pretty, just my skin tone doesn't match it very well. And the formula was really good too. It has a very light and creamy formula, so it goes on very light and very smooth. It glides on great, and then it has a soft and light dry on your lips, so it doesn't feel like it's really even there. And then I also got this Sheglam liquid lipstick. This is the shade Sugar. This one was just a little too dark for the eyeshadow look that I had today. This is a pretty bold look, so if you put a bold lip on afterwards, it's just a little too much going on. So I ended up just kind of mixing them together, attempting to at least, to get a lighter color, and That's the color that I have today. So what my lips look like right now is a mixture of these two together. Also, let's just kind of ignore the awkward ridge on my lip from liquid lipstick. Ever since I got my bottom lip filler dissolved, it does that and it's super annoying. So let's just pretend like we don't see it. I also got this Sheglam 12-piece makeup brush collection. It comes with 12 makeup brushes in it and it's $10. So here are all of the brushes that came in the packaging. I'll show you guys what it looked like first before I actually took everything out and used them. It does come in like plastic packaging. Everything is nice and packaged and sanitary. They did have like a little bit of a chemically smell to them when I first opened it. So if you guys get these, I would recommend washing them before you use them. You get 3 face brushes. This is just a good face brush. This is a contour brush right here. I used it to put on my bronzer from that highlighter palette, which by the way, I think I forgot to mention is really, really pigmented. So if you get that, just use like a tiny bit of product. I ended up having to take another brush and kind of buff it out because one, the product was super pigmented, and 2, this one brush just was a little too big for the intended use that I was trying to use it for, but it's still, it gets the job done. I like to use these type of brushes for putting on powder underneath my eyes and like setting my concealer. Here's a concealer brush. I used this one to put some of the eyeshadow on today, the metallic shadows. I also used this one right here to blend in some eyeshadow. So this is definitely a good little brush set for $10. The handles are nice and sturdy. They feel comfortable. This one does have a little bit of chipping at the bottom of it, but all the other ones look really good. And they don't feel super cheap. Even though I probably won't use every single brush from this collection, I still like the ones that I use today. If you guys are looking to add some inexpensive, good quality products to your makeup collection, or you're just wanting to try any new makeup products in general, I highly recommend giving Sheglam a try. I really, really do love their products, and I continue to be amazed by everything that I use. If you have any questions about any of the products that I used today, or Shein or Sheglam makeup collection, just let me know down in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. That's today's video. I'm going to be doing a couple more collaborations with Shein here in the future, so stay tuned. I'm going to be trying some more products and letting you know what I think about them. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and press the subscribe button down below. I'd really love to have you as part of my YouTube family. You can also go ahead and check out my other social media channels. I have Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
You're probably with your friends, dancing on tabletops. Hands in his hair already, saying that you forgot.